We humans are masters at using tools
to overcome our limitations. We couldn't fight mammoths with bare hands, so we used weapons.
We can't move very fast, so we use vehicles.
We are not very strong, so we use machines that are.
We can't fly, so we use aircraft.
We can't do difficult calculations, so we use machines for this.
In complex situations, we can't make quick and well-founded decisions, so we use we just don't do it and ignore the issue.
I don't think it's smart to ignore the issue. That's what this video is about. When I say well-founded decisions, I refer to decisions that are made after all relevant options and criteria have been evaluated. Where it is obvious that life or money is at stake, the need for quick and well-founded decisions becomes obvious too. In some of these cases, we have started to use tools to overcome our mental limitations. And it works.
Flight computers assist aircraft pilots. Car safety systems assist drivers. Algorithms assist stock traders. Medical knowledge systems assist doctors.
But mostly, and especially in politics, using special tools for quick and well-founded decision-making appears to be an ignored concept. This is a dangerous situation. For you too. Political decisions affect all of us. There have been wars, famines, environmental disasters, economic crises, and much more because of poor political decision-making.
Many people have suffered or even died. Others do so while you watch this. Just ask yourself, your parents or your grandparents. And this happens again and again and again. Because if we use the same methods as always, the results will be as always.
What methods are we talking about? In the case of tyranny, there is a single person or a small group that makes political decisions. This certainly allows for quick decisions, but not for well-founded ones.
That's because the leader's views are usually dominated by ideology and ego. The leaders also tend to lose contact with reality. Methods used in tyranny: personal reasoning, gut feeling, advisor or expert consultations.
In the case of democracy, there are dozens of persons in government and hundreds or thousands in parliaments that make political decisions directly and on a daily basis. The part of the population that has the right to vote makes political decisions indirectly and seldom.
Democracy allows, in theory, for well-founded and also quick decision-making within government and parliament, but this is currently far from reality. Methods used in democracy: personal reasoning, gut feeling, advisor or expert consultations, discussion or debate, other hearings, and voting.
Our decision-making methods have hardly changed for over 2000 years.
While the world has a lot, actually.
The traditional methods would work better today if they were updated. That is, somehow freed from their current flaws, of which many relate to media exposure and/or power preservation. But that won't be enough.
Because a core concept in democracy would still be speech. Someone is talking while others are listening, or not. No matter whether it happens face to face, through paper documents, or through electronic channels, this is an extremely slow and error-prone way to exchange and process information.
Moreover, it favors and often brings to power people who speak well and/or loudly, not people who think thoroughly. This is dangerous too.
We can do better, and we have to, if we want to avoid new failures and disasters. We have to improve our collective decision-making.
I'm not talking about futuristic brain implants. I'm talking about a well-proven technique called visualization. Diagrams used as tools can overcome the limitations of word-based communication, reasoning, and understanding.
The most versatile and efficient diagrams that support collective decision-making are multi-party decision matrices, MPDMs. For more information, see reference number 1, video part 2. Limited to option A or B type decisions, but easy to make and read, are argument maps and argument evaluation diagrams. For more information, see reference number 2, video part 2.
Other useful tools that can help you to prepare for a decision, but not to actually make it, are goal maps, common ground surveys, and scenario trees.
But the highest priority should definitely be given to multi-party decision matrices.
There are 5 essential points we need to work on. 1. The first and perhaps largest obstacle to overcome is a lack of awareness. Too many people don't recognize slow and/or poorly founded decision-making as a threat or as a problem that can be solved. I hope that publishing texts like this one and posting videos can help. You could help too.
2. We need free and very user-friendly software to create and work with these diagrams. We are not there yet, as per January 2019. For more information, see reference number 5, video part 2. 3. We must educate or train everyone, especially politicians and students, in using decision-making methods and tools. Choosing and using the proper tools must become the standard approach to collective decision-making. It must become the normal thing everyone knows from school, instead of being regarded as a weird idea.
4. We must establish and then enforce quality standards for decisions that affect the public. Most politicians of today will not like this and oppose any such changes, openly or behind the scenes. They need to be convinced or replaced. Five, we need independent decision process specialists. As neutral parties and tool experts, they can guide, especially larger groups of decision makers, to results that meet a quality standard within minimum time.
To be perfectly clear, these specialists are not decision makers, and they shall not favor any particular decision option. A very brief recap. We need more awareness, suitable software, decision-making education, functional quality standards, independent specialists.
Let's imagine we have, sometime in the future, achieved the goals just mentioned. What now? First of all, we could lean back and enjoy the fact that we've come so far.
The most important part is done. Finally, decisions affecting the public are consistently well-founded, transparent, and they are made quickly. Problems are generally solved long before they become unmanageable or threats. Democracy has not only survived, it works now better than ever.
Coming back from this dream, what other developments can we expect? Here are some ideas.
1. Obviously, the software tools used for diagram making could become even easier to use, and they could become available on even more devices. This would further lower the getting started threshold in small-scale scenarios, especially for private users.
2. Virtual reality technology could be used to add extra dimensions to the trusty multi-party decision matrices and other diagrams. Instead of looking at a diagram, you could walk or fly around in a virtual three-dimensional space with animated interactive elements, tactile feedback, sounds, and perhaps smells.
If done well, this would probably help to understand some scenarios. If done poorly, this would be rather distracting and hence a step backwards. For transparency's sake, this should not be used for public decision making unless everyone affected has easy access to the necessary devices.
3. We might partner up with artificial intelligence entities that don't have the same mental limitations as humans. They will, however, have their own limitations. The first humans to try this cooperation should be experienced decision process specialists. It will be interesting to see who will become the junior and who the senior partner. In that respect, I find Isaac Asimov's story, The Inevitable Conflict from 1950, quite remarkable. 4. In personal decision-making, the digital assistants promoted by the large IT companies will probably evolve into something more versatile and useful than today. However, while more capable assistants would increase user confidence and comfort, they would certainly not encourage critical thinking on the user side.
After all, No matter how smart and friendly they appear to a user, digital assistants are remote controlled by companies with business and political interests. They could potentially manipulate a very large number of people, even in real time. For democracies, any means of mass manipulation is a serious risk that need to be counteracted.
5. I hope that every larger unit in public administration, such as towns, cities, counties, states, and countries, will use a virtual status dashboard. In its simplest form, this can be a goal map on a web page.
It should allow officials, politicians, and citizens to zoom in from the major goals to the detailed ones, display their current achievement status and their trend, and be updated at least daily. Already such a simple information display would help to literally see what's going well and what needs more attention.
6. The accountability of politicians and perhaps other decision makers could be defined and practiced differently. This is certainly true today and should be even more so under different circumstances in the future.
However, if the decision-making quality standards were implemented well, this issue is taken care of, but maybe not completely. Note that any of these possible developments could occur combined with others. For instance, interaction with artificial intelligence entities in virtual reality.
Usually, when humans run into one of their limitations, they create and use tools to overcome it, mostly with great success. One of these limitations is our inability to consistently make quick and well-founded collective decisions. But because this is a limitation of our own minds, it's hard and unpleasant to recognize. Therefore, we haven't done much to overcome it.
While the world is more complex and faster changing than ever before, our public or collective decision-making follows customs that are centuries old, virtually tool-free, and slow. Not being able to consistently make quick and well-founded decisions is dangerous and often costly, because some of the unprevented, unsolved, caused problems are dangerous and or costly. In other words, this can leave you unhappy, poor, sick, or dead.
So what we need to do is this. Raise everyone's awareness of what you just saw. Make suitable decision-making tools widely available. Make decision-making education widely available and a part of school education. Make sure that public or collective decision-making is done by well-trained people with the right tools. Establish quality standards.
Part 1 of this video ends here. Thanks for watching.